Alien thought. Number one. I don't know who needs to hear this, but it's time for you to take accountability. What I mean by that is just sitting here reflecting and thinking there is so many people that do not take accountability for their actions and for what they do. And you have people that surround you that waters your wrong. Maybe they're too scared to call you out. Maybe they want to offend you, or maybe you've made them uncomfortable with calling you out and making you accountable for what you're doing. But I just want to let you know that's not loyalty. There's so many people out here with a false sense of loyalty. Loyalty is not as long as you agree with me and you have my back. That's not the only way to have somebody's back. To be loyal to somebody is to be able to correct them, let them know when they're wrong, and they take heed to what you're saying. Behind and in front of your back, they're the same person. That's loyalty. Loyalty is not as long as you agree with me, we're fine. But the second you disagree with me or call me out or try to make me accountable, that's when I'm ready to write you off. That's not loyalty. And somewhere society has made it so okay with that being a false sense of loyalty. I see this a lot with families, in my family for one. And I know it exists in a lot of other families. You have someone in your family that is sitting here wanting to speak on, oh, if you're not loyal, they ready to write you off the second you disagree with them, the second you call them out on their wrongdoing. That is not loyalty. If you know your sister is doing something wrong to somebody, you know your brother is doing something wrong to somebody, and you don't call them out, and you just go ahead and stick up for them just because that's my blood or that's my best friend or that's this person or whatever, how are they ever going to learn that they're wrong? They're not ever going to learn they're wrong. And also, people are not taking accountability. That's the reason why we have a huge lack of accountability out here these days, people. People will not take accountability for things that they even know is wrong for that reason. So how far back does it go with the lack of accountability? It goes back to all the way to the people that has watered your wrong, and then you get to adulthood and these people are still doing the same thing. You know somebody wrong, you know how they are, but yet you still watering what they do. You still watering the fact that, oh, yeah, she might be keeping him away, or oh, he might be keeping her away, or whatever the case might be. But you water the fact that they're doing that versus calling them out on it and being like, you know what, you wrong for this. Just because somebody does not agree with you, that does not mean you got to write them off. You listen to it, see where you might need to make a change, and then you go from there and be like, okay, maybe they're right. That's somebody with a teachable spirit. Not everybody out here is teachable. Not everybody out here wants to receive stuff like that. They just want to have a committee of people that backs them with whatever they do. They go out here, they keep a child from a parent, this, that, and the third. They go out here, treat people maliciously, treat people any kind of way or whatever. They go and they make friends somebody and have undercover motives and everything. But yet they want to be like, oh, they want to form a whole background and a whole set of people behind them. And you have to agree with them. You can't just not agree with them. You have to agree with them. Or else, if you find yourself surrounded by somebody that you peep that every time when you disagree with them or you say something differently than what they feel, and they catch an attitude, they get mad, they want to stay away from you, you need to stay away from them. Get the hell away from them. I'm just going to be honest. This is 2025. There is no need to be watering no relationships that is toxic, because that is toxic. You're wrong as hell, and I'm going to sit here and water your wrong. Not only are you going to hell, but I'm going to hell with you. And I'm not going to hell with you. That's just my thoughts. And that is an alien thought. Please start making yourself more accountable. Start being better with accountability out here, people, because there's a whole lack of that. And please understand the real definition of loyalty and understand what loyalty really means. Loyalty is not watering somebody's wrong. It's not justifying somebody's wrong. You should be able to sit a person down and tell them about their actions, tell them about what they're doing. And yeah, they might get mad at you, but if they're real, they would sit back and be like, okay, you know what? they might be right. And if they don't do that, then you do need to get away from them because they're going to drag you down with them. You're going to be all caught up in their wrong and whatever they're doing. Just my thoughts. And also, it's an alien thought. Try thinking differently, people. Stop thinking the same way. Stop thinking like everybody else. Stop doing what everybody else is doing. Have your own mind.